Hello everybody, this is Nora, and on this video I'm going to show you how I went about creating the spiral water marble that you saw at the beginning of the video. And these are what I'm showing you here. You're seeing the three colors that I use for my water marble, and I will go ahead and share those with you. They're all from I&M. This orange one is called Feel the Funk. Funny name. This one is called Foxy. And the yellow, it's called Hey Sunshine. Okay. Now, one of the things that I did for this water marble, I went ahead and used what you see here, and this is water that I've been using, but I don't throw away my water unless I'm completely done. I mean, I can be reusing the same water if it works well. As you can see, I have attempted to do, I was experimenting, so there are some drops there at the bottom. So this is a shot glass. It's a pretty tall glass, where it's not a glass, it's made of plastic. It's just a cheap shot glass that I got from long time ago. I would say maybe the dollar store. So it's almost 4 inch. Yes, this is 4 inches tall. But the reason I wanted to use this size cup instead of the usual cup, I usually use these mouthwash paper cups, okay? And you can see the difference on how much bigger this is. And if you remember the first time when I learned about doing the, I don't have my stamper here, but this was perfect for me picking up the water marble using this jumbo jelly stamper. But I wanted to eliminate so much waste and clean up, and I wanted to get a cup that was in circumference very similar or close proximity to this regular size stamper. This cup is about, it's 1.5 inches. It has an 1.5 inches diameter, more or less, and I believe this stamper, it's just around 1 inch right there. Just a little bit more over 1 inch. So it's perfect for, submerging this in the stamper in this smaller cup. It creates less of a waste because there is less of a ring around it that will get all the way to the holder. So, and because it is a spiral design, I will not be creating stickers, or I'm going to be cutting it. I am interested in right in the center, the bullseye of the design. So when I submerge this, I will be doing individual nails. So that was the reason behind it, and that was a little bit of a little tip that I wanted to share with you guys. Another tip that I want to share with you in regards to the water that I use, this is bottled water, okay? So I do not filter my water. It is easier for me to have bottled water or even distilled water, so drinking water or distilled water, and I keep the containers in my room. I keep them in the same room where I'm going to work, and I've had this out for a while. I make sure that I am away from any vents. I usually keep a small heater under my desk in the winter. I make sure that that is off, and that I am away. If the air conditioning is on in the house, or maybe the central heater is on in the house, I close the vent in the room that I'm working to make sure there's no drafts causing my water to either heat up or cool off, or the water or the polishes to dry up maturely. That will prevent me from creating a good design. So those are things to pay attention of. Aside from your materials, the products that you're using, pay attention to your environment as well. Okay, guys, so there you saw how I went about picking up the design with my stamper. As you saw, there was no need for me to go in with a Q-tip and go around it, because the image, as this is the reason why I went with that size of a cup, is there's no, I mean, there's not much of a waste that will reach all the way to the holder, so it all stays in there, and it makes it easier for cleanup, okay? And you use less polish. So this, now what I'm having to do is I have to let this sit for at least a minute to let this dry enough so that when I stamp it on my nail, it does not smudge the design. And again, another thing about this cup, so if you find the height of the cup, you don't need anything this tall. You can't barely tell because I have this zoomed in, but this is just what I happen to have handy, okay? It does not need to be this tall, really. It's just only tall enough for me to be able to submerge the stamper, since I'm not dipping my finger. But yeah, what's more important is just something tall enough that when you submerge your stamper there, it doesn't reach the bottom and it doesn't overflow the water. You want enough water in there that is easy for you to work with, but at the same time not too much that when you submerge your stamper it will overflow. So I'm going to go ahead and let this sit for a minute and then come back and show you how I do the stamping. Okay, so I now have my design here. My foil glue is dry, and I went ahead and tapped this just to make sure nothing feels sticky and that my finger is not lifting anything, or that I don't see any. I mean, if I was to press on it, of course I will leave fingerprints, but nothing that sticks. And I try from the edges, and normally, do pay attention, normally the center it's what would take the longest to dry up, because trust me, I've made some mistakes. That's how I've learned. So yeah, I've learned to keep this aside for a little bit. Even then, I still think it takes less drying time than if I was to create the stickers. So, and again, this is not one that I will be cutting into pieces for multiple nails. This will be the type of design that I will create for just a single nail. So now we're going to go ahead and stamp. Try to center it, try to get that spiral right in the center. This is a little harder to do on camera. It's either I see or you see. Let's go for this right here. Okay, and I might take you off so I can see and make sure I have good coverage and good placement. You see how I went ahead and helped myself keeping this down while I was peeling it up, and I do have good coverage here. Let me go ahead and hopefully remove this excess. And I do have, remember, I have the protective latex on my skin, so So here's the final result after I did more thorough cleanup and applied top coat. I think it turned out pretty cool, and obviously using the stamper makes it easier for the placement of the spiral, even though I don't think I have it quite in the center there because I'm doing this on camera. But yeah, it's a lot easier than having to submerge your finger and try to place that right in the center. So anyway, and before I let you guys go, I want to see, you see how I created this. This is a sticker that I created last night using the Jumbo Jelly stamper. And I'm having so much fun with this. If any of you guys are interested in me making stickers for you, hey, leave a message down, leave me a comment saying that you're interested, and maybe we can communicate via direct messaging or any which way we have. And if you don't mind sharing your mailing address, and I'll be happy to send you stickers like this. Aren't they fun? I think I'm finding them a lot of fun to do. So, and these are, maybe if you have a particular design in mind or colors, I can play around and see if I can grant your wishes on that. I wouldn't mind. I think it will be a lot of fun. Just let me know if you're interested. I just thought it would be a neat idea for those that might struggle creating your own water marbles, and this is something that I can put in an envelope in a card with a 42-cent stamp. So anyway, I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.